Hi, I'm Sarah,
And I'm Amanda.
and this is I'm Your Mother Now podcast.
Episode 22?
Maybe.
I actually don't know. I should have
That
looked at
sounds
yeah, I don't know. Sounds right?
well, one thing we do know is it's the first episode of this year.
We do. We
Okay,
do.
so first episode of 2026.
Welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Um, New Year, same-ish me. Definitely
Is
not the
it?
same person who entered 2025.
Let's talk about it.
Um, yeah, let's talk about it. Anything light we want to talk about before we get into how we felt this whole year?
This
Like,
whole year, the things we've learned, the struggles, the triumphs, the ups and downs. Um, Well, I don't know, Amanda. All I can tell you is that I'm so ready to be back to some sort of structure and schedule because I'm losing it.
yes, it's very difficult. My toddler now doesn't know what day it is. He's just referring to them as Miss April days or not.
Well,
And
that's
he's like,
fair.
yeah. So we all could all use a little bit more routine. And I have just been eating delicious things in my kitchen for the past couple days, which I've decided is my favorite thing to do on New
Oh,
Year's.
that's really cute.
Yeah, I like eating in my
That's
kitchen.
good. Yeah, you have a nice eating type of kitchen.
Did Santa bring you everything that you wanted for the holidays?
My sister did.
Well, there's the secret that that Lucas is yet to find.
Women.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, I mean, I was with you obviously for Christmas.
Hmm. I don't think it's
And
obvious, but it's nice that
oh,
you were, right?
but it's obvious to you,
Oh, sure. Yes, it's obvious to me.
right? Do you remember I was there?
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is with us in holidays, I think we've established, first of all, I don't need to come home for both holidays.
Yes, I think that we have established that Thanksgiving and Christmas is a lot, especially on the years that Thanksgiving falls right before the beginning of December. And then it's like, bam,
It was it
you
was
know?
a it was really a quick turnaround for the concentration of energy that
Hmm.
is happening.
Right. Well, 2025 was the year of trying things out,
Yes,
seeing,
yes.
we're just trying to figure out what we like to do, what we don't like to do, so that we
Yeah.
can firm up a 2026 that is more aligned with, you know, I,
Yourself.
I was
Like,
going to say bad bitch tendencies.
oh, interesting.
I
Bad
know.
bitch tendencies. Hmm. Well, what I would say about this year, since we're just talking about it, this is this has actually been a really good year for me. 2025 has probably been the best year I've had since 2016. So it's been a decade of bullshit.
Funny how the years, right?
The years just go by. So
Yes.
the reason for 2025 being better, like so much better for me, is because I've been like basically working so hard to pull myself out of energy that's not in alignment. And
Yeah.
especially like from 2022 onward, well, 2020, yeah, 2022 onward was like so stressful because I there was moments where I didn't know where I was living. I was uncertain about like what I was even going to do in
Yeah.
this life, right?
Yeah.
And those are like we have this at work we have an assessment and my brain won't let me tell me what it's called, but it's an assessment that's basically like major life stressing events, right? And it goes through an entire list of them and you're
Hmm.
supposed to check off which ones you have experienced this year.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And it scores them. And one of these events is considered a major like life trauma. Okay.
Hmm.
So Changing a job is a trauma. Death of a loved one is a trauma. A divorce is a trauma. Changing careers is a trauma. Childbirth is a trauma. Like all of these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. There's like probably 100 of them. Um,
Yep.
so when I look at the past 6 years, I've probably done like 12 of those, right? And and some of them extend into the other years. They overlap because they go on for quite a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the first, 2025 is the first year that I haven't entered in an active traumatic state.
Hey,
Yay!
high
So,
five.
yeah. So I think this is the year that my nervous system actually started to figure out some regulation because I started out
Mm-hmm.
this year living here, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't move, which
Which is like,
was really
check.
good. We really like
Yeah.
that for me. So I
Yes.
didn't move and I knew what I was doing career-wise. I was still in school at the beginning of this year, but I was about to graduate and I knew where I was going to be working. So I had that stability. I did freak out a little bit about several components of that, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I had a job lined up. So those two major things were taken care of.
Good.
And I didn't feel like I felt like my kids were good and settled in their new schools and
Mm-hmm.
routines and all that stuff. So I wasn't stressed about that. So 2025 really gave me a little bit of space to feel my own face again.
Nice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and guys, like, not necessarily podcast people, but my OG normalized magic friends, I'm finally divorced. This is the first year that I am entering into a year that I am not married. Like, I feel like we've been really dragging this out.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have much to compare it. Well, I guess I do have some stuff to compare it to. Yeah, you took a long time. That was a
No,
really long time.
I have so many things to compare it to. I have friends who didn't even know they were getting divorced when I started getting divorced, who finished
No.
being divorced.
Oh my God, it's like someone has actually gone through a marriage and gotten to like the 7 year itch while you're still trying to. Yeah, dang. Nice.
Not exactly, but yes, like everybody else like was able to get divorced so much better than me. And
Okay, but how much? Okay, there a global pandemic in the middle there?
mm-mm.
Okay.
So there was, but there wasn't because I don't know if you re I don't know if we weren't really talking that much during that time, honestly, which is really a loss for you because it was entertaining as hell. Like it was, it was, Amanda. Like if
Okay.
you like that kind of chaos. But what happened was the pandemic was 2021, right? No,
It was
2020.
2020.
The
Yeah.
pandemic was 2020. It was like March of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I got back together with my ex and moved back into the house in February.
Okay, okay, all right. I see where we're starting the clock from. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad that COVID had such an impact on you that you now can no longer remember the year. You've got a general idea of the month.
I think we'll all agree that it has some sort of impact on us.
No, we will never forget wiping our groceries with Clorox
I never did
wipes.
that. So
Yeah, we had a different approach.
I actually like didn't have a bad COVID time, which is actually really funny because we were stuck in the schoolhouse. We were homeschooling the two boys who were little. They were little at that time, so it was like nonsense. But we were like homeschooling them or whatever, virtual nonsense with little kids. It was so silly. But my ex and I in the schoolhouse together at that time were actually very harmonious.
Mm.
We were happy. We made cocktails. We did FaceTimes with friends. Like we watched a bunch of shows together. Like we had a really
Hmm.
nice time,
We had a
actually.
good COVID too, actually. We had like a solid year of just like we watched all of the Marvel movies in
Yeah,
chronological
same.
order. Yeah,
Yep.
we had that shared note.
Yep, we had the
Um,
shared note. Like and actually it forced us in some ways to get in contact with people in ways that we hadn't before because we would do these like group chats, right?
that was so funny because why all of a sudden I can't go outside now I'm talking to people that I wouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm. catching up with people
Oh my
in different
gosh.
parts of the states. Like
Yeah.
that was actually really nice. I don't know if you remember, but during one of our big family FaceTimes, my one of my friends was on that FaceTime with us when our mom like said something really wild, and
I do. I have a vague recollection of that.
I only remember it because of her face. Because you know, like you get used to your own atmosphere, so you really don't have that kind of reaction. And I just remember seeing her little face on the screen go,
Like what's happening? And you're like, no, this is normal. She's just
"This is
quirky.
fine. Is that fine?
It's just fine.
It's a big personality.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
good."
gosh.
Yeah, so anyway, so COVID actually wasn't that bad in that way. And we also were like we were in this like cocoon of delusion in a lot of ways because
Yeah.
um, I was being told that my ex was going to make millions of dollars from selling
Ugh.
PPE. And, you know, it was just like it was like a whole thing. Like it was a whole thing, Amanda. Like,
Listen, let's not talk about COVID, okay? I'm done with
okay, well,
COVID. We're talking about
you did this.
2025.
We were
I'm
supposed to be new yearing
sorry.
it, and you led me into this dark
Yeah,
place.
we are so far past. We don't even know her anymore.
No.
2020, okay? No, but I would say
I don't want to be around 2020, Sarah, to be honest with you.
no, no, we don't need that. The final thing I will say about COVID is that it was very good to not have a child during COVID. That was good for
Oh my
me.
God, that's right. You didn't have a kid.
No, so we
Wow.
just like really just chilled. And
Well,
that was right after Domino passed away, so we had one dog. So like we spent a whole year with Cody just like in the house. And Ryan had been
oh,
commuting and he was never home and he was home. So it was lovely. Um, 2025. As I was thinking about it, when you sent me that voice note where you're like, you're sleeping and I'm going to work and what is this and that? I feel like I learned how to cook this year.
yeah, because you always bitched about that.
Yeah, yeah, it was really, and I have to say, like I feel like I need to credit this to ChatGPT, which I'm sorry everyone, okay? But ChatGPT helped me fix so many disasters, okay? Because it would have gone completely sideways otherwise, because I would have been
ChatGPT is
Googling,
your mother
like
now.
nobody tells you what to do if you have one slightly different ingredient. Like, is it going to ruin it? I'm not a scientist, Sarah. I don't know. But ChatGPT was able to tell me, hey, listen, we got this, and you're doing a great job. Here's what we can
Yeah.
do to fix this. So that was an exciting point of 2025 for me. And also realizing that I am the magic and I can create my own traditions. And
Yes.
I mean, that has been that has been nice. What else, Sarah? You, my sister, and this podcast.
Oh,
Imagine.
imagine. Well, yeah,
Well,
it's been a well, what?
I also feel like it was a year of like me being able to come into myself and creation, right? Because creating, I was like seeking an outlet for
Yeah.
something, I
I
was
think
very
this
stuck.
is a good thing to bring out because you felt you needed to create something, Amanda, and what did you assume that was?
We're not gonna get into that, Sarah. I
No, you
think
say it. What did you assume it was, Amanda?
a child.
And I think this is important to talk about because I know I see it too. Your hair's a mess.
Ugh,
We're
sorry.
so like we're so programmed as women to feel like our default creation pathway is another person, right? It's like, oh, I feel
Right.
like I need to make something like I should probably make a person with my body.
Yeah, yeah. Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we
Um,
processed through that. And also the universe helped you. And we processed through that. And we realized, and you had this realization that you just needed to create something tangible, right?
yeah, I
You had
really
like
did.
creative energy that needed to be used. And do you feel like that's the satisfying feeling of like being creating something now that we did this?
Yeah,
Okay, so you
yeah.
don't feel that like I
No,
need it.
because it's an interesting place when you are a working mother, right? Because you're busy all the goddamn time with something, right? Like literally there were times when I would sit down at my desk at 9 a.m. and be like, I've lived six lives
Mm,
since, um, and so you're busy, but things aren't feeling like fulfilling necessarily, right? Like if you're gonna are you gonna pour yourself like into your, corporate job? Maybe you could, right? Like I think that there's a space for you to feel fulfilled, and then also at 5 o'clock or whenever you move on to something else. Um, but yeah, I felt like I just really needed something different that would make me feel like I had a hobby. So when people are like, what do you like to do?" And you're like, "Ah." I know how to answer that question now.
That's kind of a big deal, girl.
Yeah, it is. And oh, also not only that, but like doing things around the house, right? Like think about all of the power tool lessons that I got this year,
That's right.
that were not dissimilar to a boomer dad yelling at you, that to hold the flashlight, right? Or to get a
The
Phillips head.
flathead.
Yeah, why like like I'm sorry, why couldn't you have just said not the flathead one? Why did you have to
Which
go
is
give it
like
a name? Why are all the tools called things and then all of a sudden we have Philip? Like what's Philip doing in there?
he's making majillions off of his name.
Philip in his head.
He's a real screw.
Yeah, so a lot of creation for me this year in terms of the podcast, figuring out how to feed my family without
Yeah,
horrifying
girl.
them.
Yes.
Because cooking and then also some baking. Um, Baking is a little too exact for me, I think I've decided.
Yes.
But yeah, what else? That's it. That was
Okay.
a
I
lot.
mean, those are kind of like big core
Oh,
things
oh,
because
also, wait, I have
okay.
more. Okay, so this was the
Okay.
first year
Hmm.
that you came and met other people in my life when you came
Oh
to
my
visit.
God. I'm
Because
saying.
like if you think about how crazy that is, you've been coming here since whenever you left, right? Coming back
Sure.
and just going
Years.
straight to like whatever the event was. That's very similar, just at a different venue, you know, typically. And then you leave, and then it's like that's not that fun. Like we want to do other fun things. Like, and it started because
We never got to do anything else before.
no, and it started because you were like, "Oh, you got takeout from that place and it sounds so good and we never eat that when I'm there." And like we get this and I'm like, "You know what? Screw it. Let's do it."
Yeah.
And similar to I've said the word similar a lot. Similar to a lot of the other changes that we have made it cause the disruption in the force for you to do that.
Yeah.
However, worth it. I think it was worth it.
I mean, I think that it's one of those things that once you've tasted other flavors, you want to enjoy them again and again.
Got really weird. That got weird.
Okay. I'm sorry. Like what I mean is like if
Don't
you're
lick my
just
friends, please.
they taste so good
He
though.
tastes so good.
There's such a variety of
Gene Green
flavors.
Bean.
Jean Green Bean. Yes, no, I didn't even get to see her this time. But um, no, I think that that has actually created a huge issue. Um, our decision to immerse each other in each other's lives.
Hmm.
Because when like even this past Christmas, like last week, whenever that was, we I decided you were throwing a cocktail party and obviously I don't live there, so it was all of your people, it was your neighbors and your friends,
Hmm.
right? And I found that so awesome to be around the people that are creating the community for my sister.
Yeah.
Like that felt important. That feels important to me.
Hmm.
Like I want to know the people who are seeing you and loving you on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
And you want to meet and know the people who are seeing me and loving me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Because those are important things to us. Like,
Yeah.
and it makes us closer and I had a great time. Like I think your
Hmm.
friends are awesome. Like, I got them very drunk, but they were good before and after. For the most
um,
part. So yeah, it was good. It's
and
good.
also, sorry, I was almost going to lose my thought there, but
I
it's
know.
important because earlier in the year, I had gone to visit you and you took me to your local haunt, right? Your
Hmm.
Cheers, if
My
you will.
cheers, if you
And I
will.
just by default happened to see someone who was then, it was important that I got to see
A
to
cast
have that
member,
context. A cat.
not a cast member, a guest
No, no, no.
star.
It's like when someone goes from, you know what an NPC is,
Yes,
like
a
in a video game?
non-playable character
Goes from an NPC to like
having a bit role.
having, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
just a bit.
also, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just a bit role. But
But
then that kind of thing is fun because then I was like, oh, remember blah blah blah, and you're like, wait, did we see that person? I was like, oh yeah,
mhm.
we did. So
Yeah.
yes, yeah, 100%. And on that note, you know, I have met and re-met a lot of people this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are some people like one of the people currently listening live right now was I have known this person since I moved to Pennsylvania almost 13 years ago because she was my doula for Justin. Okay. And so this person knew me when I was a very, very different Sarah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the most different Sarah. And actually,
Yeah.
you were there at that time too. And so
Yes.
it's been really, we obviously live in the same area and move in circles that kind of intersect at times, right?
Sure.
But it's been really wild because at this bar that popped up last year, that's really become like I don't know, like the Harrisburg Cheers for so many people. I would say it has
Yeah,
good
it's true.
vibes. It's good
Yeah.
vibes there. I ended up running into her one night. She's just like sitting next to me, and I was like, "Oh my
Oh
God!" And
God.
and now like we'll text each other every once in a while, like, "Hey, are you available to pop in?" Like that kind of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
it's been a year of that, of like
Yeah.
reconnecting in different angles with people who
Mm-hmm.
have been at different parts in your life. And I love that. And I
Yeah.
think like that means a lot to me that
Mm-hmm.
you can intersect with people, you can move away and grow and like come back and enjoy, like tell me the tales of where you've been. Like, like it's
Yeah.
just really that's really something I love. And I feel like part of me when I tell people like, "Oh, like meet me at the bar," sounds like I'm an alcoholic of some sort. But when I really sit with it, I know I'm not an alcoholic, but when I really sit with it, it's not about drinking. It's because
Right.
this is a space that people come and meet. And
Yeah.
I love that. I love that
Mm-hmm.
that's a place I can go on like a Monday night and I'm probably going to run into some friends. We didn't necessarily say we're going to meet there, but if like
Mm-hmm.
everyone just kind of knows like, oh,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
that feeling of community has been a thread throughout this year that's really like cemented me into this
Mm-hmm.
space and really helped
Yeah.
me grow. And I've met a lot of people that I didn't know at the beginning of the year who feel important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people think that you have to have a friend for your whole life in order for that to be a long time person, right? Like for that to be an
Yeah.
important person in your life. And
Yeah.
I think the past 6 years have taught me that that is simply untrue
Mm-hmm.
because I meet people who I can literally feel are going to be major players in my life. And
Yeah.
they are. And sometimes they only are in my life for a couple of years, but they make a huge impact. And like you have to be able to let people move, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to let people move on and trust that
Mm-hmm.
if they're meant to come back, they will come back. Like you don't have to grip on
Yes.
people so hard. So I've
Yeah.
learned that. And I do not feel alone ever. And it's not that I'm never alone because I'm alone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It may sound like I'm at the bar a lot, but if you track my cycle, it's really only during luteal phase. So you should just know that it's about 2.5 weeks of the month. And then the other two, I'm like, get away from me. Like my
Yeah.
face turns all weird and stuff. My doula says, I love that our paths keep crossing and intertwining. I love that I didn't know you were next to me at the bar. Exactly. It's just so cool. It's just
Yeah.
so cool. So that kind of thing has been really, really magical. And I know you're coming down in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually I was looking at the calendar and I was like, why are we such dumb bitches? Because this is yet again during not luteal phase for both of us.
It
Um,
it just goes to show that you just have to go. Like sometimes that's you have to
sometimes,
power through. Sometimes you just have
yeah.
to show up. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it is typical that we'd be like, we're gonna create content. when we feel like potatoes.
And look like potatoes, but it's okay because
Potatoes.
do you know who loves potatoes? All the girls love potatoes. How about that?
And you know what? The internet loves potatoes. If we did
We
our
yes.
entire like new brand, we're not rebranding. I just rebranded us. We're
No.
potatoes. We're actually just that Snapchat filter with the
Oh my
eyes and the
God.
mouth, and that's just how all of our videos are going to be from now on.
I'm fine with that.
I'm actually good with that. Um,
Just
I
put some glasses on my potato head.
yeah, literally. I have a hard stop at 9 because my man has to get to work.
Hard stop. Oh, how sad.
It
He's
is.
probably waiting by the door with his like thermos. He's like, gotta go, Ramandra.
Well, at least we were on the same page about the fact that he needed to wait for me to finish before leaving because my child is here.
Well, it's been really nice catching up really quickly with you.
Yes. Yes.
And, welcome to this year. But remember, everybody, I'm going to say it again. While we are in a new calendar year created by men, the seasons say that it is not time to create something new because it is the dead of fucking winter. So be
Yes.
a seed, tend yourself, stay cozy and
Mm-hmm.
warm, eat foods that are nourishing. If
Mm-hmm.
like, don't freak out about resolutions because, like, seriously, what the fuck? Just remember, hold the energy, and then in the spring, you'll emerge from the
Yeah.
dirt and you'll be so good. You'll be
Mm-hmm.
delicious.
You'll
Okay.
be
Well,
awesome.
we'll see you next week,
We sure will.
and I'll talk to you later.
Hey, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to I'm Your Mother Now podcast, an Amala Moon production. If you loved today's episode, make sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if I've done the RSS feed properly, wherever you get your pods. You can follow us on Instagram at IYMN_podcast to watch us live on Friday mornings and catch the full episodes on our YouTube channel, I'm Your Mother Now podcast. We'd love if you could share this with a friend who'd vibe with the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps more people to find us. We'll see you next week. Bye.